So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today I'm going to be doing my makeup rehab video. So this is the update for July, and in my last video I had the camera zoomed out, but today I wore a poor choice of top. Like, I'm wearing a crop top, but it is not well made for my body, so that is why we are focusing on, I don't know, like my armpit up. So anyways, July wasn't that exciting, and then I went to SF recently, so then I ended up picking up 2 beauty products unintentionally, but I'm not too mad about it and I'll explain later. So I always like to start with my empties because I feel like they're not as exciting, and no one has told me that they prefer the purchases first. So empties first it is. So it's mostly skincare, so I will get the one beauty product out of the way. It is this Wet n Wild Pro Tip Felt Liner. Or no, not Pro Tip. This is the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner. This was terrible. I don't know if you saw that, but like the cap just popped off. So that is why it is in this basket. I asked for a return from Ulta because it kept doing that, and so that was like a perfect example. I am going to give myself 1 credit back for this because this sucked so much, and technically I did use it up because like I used it until it dried up. Yeah, so it was either I was going to like take back 1 credit and not count it, or I was going to give myself 1 credit back. Either way, I have a credit back now. So I do not recommend this. I think it was just this specific eyeliner that didn't work well. I really liked this one over the brown liner because that one, oh, I don't have it with me because I also returned it. So I guess if I didn't say it in my last video that I returned it, I'm going to give myself the credit back. Like, because I returned it, it just didn't work. Like, it was not showing up on me. I have 2 credits back from these crappy felt liners. The other one didn't show up, but the packaging was fine. This one showed up really nicely, but the packaging was just busted. So yeah, that's very sad, and now I have to find the cap. Moving on to skincare, the first thing I have is this perfume sample. This is the Clean Reserve Lush Fleur. I did get the big bottle of it for half off for my birthday. Like, I treated myself to it, and it was all because of this little sample. So there's still a little bit at the bottom, but it's not coming out, so I'm counting it as an empty. This is not counting for anything though. It's just a sample, and also I don't count perfumes against my low buy because it's, well, should I? I don't think so. It's not makeup. I did count nail polish though, so if I do finish nail polish, I will count it as a purchase because, like, with perfumes I do wear it a lot more often than I wear nail polish, so I don't see like an incentive for me to, like, you know, hurry up and finish a perfume, whereas for nail polishes I definitely do. I finished this Olaplex shampoo. This went by surprisingly quickly, although I must say the conditioner went by a lot faster. I have replaced this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be repurchasing this when I finish my next bottle because, as you can see, my hair is like virgin hair from the middle of my ear up. I don't really see a need to keep repurchasing this expensive bottle of shampoo. I don't know what I'm going to buy after this, so any any shampoo recommendations would be great. I have, it's not fine anymore, but it is more on the thinner side and not a lot of hair. So, and it's Asian hair, and it tends to be greasy. So if you have hair that matches that description, please let me know what you like to use and if it works for you. I definitely noticed a difference when I use this and versus when I use my purple shampoo, because I only use this once a week, so that, you know, a little goes a long way, and a little does go a long way. You need a lot less of this than you need the conditioner. For the conditioner, I find that you need like double or 3 times the amount of this. Like for this, if you use more than like a dime sized amount, you're going to be scrubbing your hair for quite a while. I also finished up an Olay Eczema Prone Skin Body Wash. I would repurchase this. Right now I have the Dove body wash for like sensitive skin, but I think this one does a better job because this is specifically for eczema prone skin. It does smell a little bit funny, but it's effective, so I might as well just keep using it. And it's not very cheap. It's hard for me to find this like in the store, so I have to purchase it through Target because I'm not even sure if my store carries this. So would recommend if you have eczema prone skin. Just know that it does smell quite bad, or not bad, it just does not smell like body wash. It smells more like plastic. More skincare. I finished up my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. This is hella old. This is from I think 2020. Yeah. So what happened was I purchased 2 packs of this from the holidays of 2020, and then it came with a little watermelon sleeping mask, and this plus the sleeping mask was cheaper than just buying this by itself in the regular packaging, because this was discounted from the holidays because it was like January at that point, January 2021. So with 2 packs, it took me a very long time to finish, and I don't know how much this works. Like, I don't know how effective it is, but it is just a skincare step in my routine that I just am so used to now that I just keep repurchasing these. Yeah, I'm gonna keep repurchasing this unless someone tells me specifically that it is terrible for your skin, because right now I'm just used to it. So it's like a very bougie step in my skincare routine, but this lasts forever because it is such a fine mist. Like, you barely get any every time you spray. And then I finished up a Good Molecules Pure Cold Pressed Rose Hip Seed Oil. I really like this. I think it was not cheap because this is not even 1 fluid ounce. I think it was $11 or $13 for 0.44 fluid ounces, or 13 milliliters if you're from most of the world. This did not feel greasy at all, but it is a summer, so I decided to switch over to, I believe, Glow Recipe instead, which I like a lot more, but this does work really well. I would consider purchasing it again in the winter and just swapping out my nighttime serum for like my morning serum, like making the Glow Recipe serum my morning serum and then this one my nighttime, because I just love the Glow Recipe serum. It's so good. But this is also good, and it's way more affordable. And this did take quite some time to use up, so even though it is small, you only need like 2 or 3 drops. And I use it at night because I do have oily skin, and it's like, right now I find it's not very dry in the winter. It's just way less oily in the winter. Like in the winter, it's barely oily. So it's almost normal in the winter, which is so good. And in the summer, it's just really greasy. To be honest, I could have kept repurchasing this because it is not hot here at all. Like, I saw my friend posted this like snapshot of Twitter, and it showed like the highs for the rest of the US for the 21st of July, and then in SF it says 65 degrees. And while it was not 65 degrees where I live that day, it was very nice. It was still like under 80, so I really like the summers here. It is nice and cold, or just mild. Would recommend this. It's, even if you have oily skin. I think it might work better if you have dry skin, but I found it to not be that greasy. And then I finally used up this. This is the Trader Joe's Grapefruit Body Butter. I don't like this. I would recommend the coconut one over this. This one smelled bad in my opinion, and I'm really surprised I like the coconut one more than this, because I hate coconut. It does smell like grapefruit, but like not in a pleasant way. And then after I used this, I repurposed the container for my other Trader Joe's body lotion, which you saw in my last month update, but because that container was empty, not this container, I only showed that one. So this thing has been through the ringer. Right now I'm using the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream, or Bum Bum Cream? I don't know. It's one of their newer ones, the one specifically for KP or keratosis pilaris, because I do have it like on my arm and mostly my legs. That's very effective. I would not buy these body butters. Honestly, they're like really thick and not that good for this time of the year. Maybe in the winter, but I like my Sol de Janeiro body lotion way too much to switch back to this. Even though that lotion is very expensive and I'm almost out and it's been like a month, so yeah. I guess it's my one splurge product of the month, but I think it really does help with my keratosis pilaris and nothing else has helped, so I would just take it and be glad that it is not like $100 per bottle, because that would make me cry. So that was all my empties, and now I'm going to be moving on into my purchases. And earlier I mentioned that there's 2 accidental purchases, and I'll get into that first. So I went to SF last weekend because it was community day there, and also because it was community day for Pokemon Go, which means that there's like one Pokemon that appears for 3 hours and you have like an increased chance for shiny, which is a rare variant of the Pokemon. It sucked, of course. Like, it was just a Starly, so it kind of sucked, but I wanted to also go for the mini art mart in SF, which is like once a month, and I'm like debating going to the mini art marts like once a month, because my trip to SF last weekend was really fun actually. I went by myself, which I don't normally do, so I think in the future I would just drag my friend along, but I thought she already had plans, so that's why she didn't come along. Anyways, there's this shop inside Japantown in SF, which is where the mini art mart is held, and it's called Candy Doll Beauty. I don't know if it's a chain because I've seen it in other places, but they have the cheapest prices or lowest prices on Asian skincare and makeup. So I bought 2 packs of these. These are the Heroin Make, oh no, it's the Kiss Me Heroin Make Long Up Mascara, super waterproof, and the mascara remover. So I didn't intend to buy the mascara. I only wanted the mascara remover, which retails for about $10. But then they only had it in this 2-pack like this, and it was $15, or no, $15.99 for the 2-pack. So this mascara I think usually retails for about like at least $10. I know in Japan it's about $10, but here it's probably closer to like $15. So I got a 2-pack for $16, which is a really good deal. And I picked up 2 because I don't want to go there again and not see this, because I don't always see the mascara remover, and when I do see this mascara remover at like other like Asian grocery stores or boutiques that carry it, it is very expensive. Like, it's like almost $20, and I'm just like, why does it cost so much? It only costs $10 overseas. So yeah, I picked up a 2-pack, and I don't mind having the mascaras because I've used this brand before, and I am like ready to go back to black mascara, because for the past like year or 2 I've just been really wearing brown mascaras, and what I've noticed is that it makes my eyelashes disappear. So back to black it is. So that's 2 credits. I don't really remember what my beauty bank was, but I remember it being not extremely low, so these purchases are totally okay. And then from the same shop I also picked up these acne pimple patches. A lot of people, I feel like this is really popular now, but what a lot of people don't know is that this will not work on a closed pimple. You have to, like, there has to be a hole. Like, you have to like pop it or something. Or like make a small incision, but make sure your hands are clean, and then put this patch on top. Otherwise it's not going to be able to suck anything out. These are super effective. I highly recommend these, and I picked it up, but now I'm not breaking out, so they're just nice to have around. And I just realized that Ulta also carries these, so I don't know why I bought this. I think this was only $4.50 though. Yeah, this is only $4.50 from the boutique I went to, but from Ulta you have to buy a bigger pack for it to be worth it, or they are $6 or something like that. So I just picked it up because I was there, and because I did not want a big pack from Ulta. Because like I said, I only really break out now when I'm extremely stressed or I have been eating too much sugar. And then, okay, this is makeup. From Marshall's, I picked up this lash glue liner, but it's also an eyeliner. I'm wearing it today, but I kind of messed up, so I'm like trying to hide it a little bit with my hair. This is everything it says it does. It is a lash glue and a liner, a 2-in-1, it's smudge proof, and it's easy to apply. I really like how this is super pigmented and goes over eyeshadow really easily. And when I used this with my lashes in a previous video, it was like stuck on. Like as soon as I put it down, I could not move the lash. So you're supposed to put it on and then quickly apply the false lashes. This doesn't dry right away, so I think even after I set my face with setting spray, this was still wet. And I usually do liner right before, no, I usually do my liner 2 steps before I use my setting spray, so that it has time to dry and not like smudge. But this didn't smudge, so I might just consider repurchasing this as a regular liner. This was really good. I only bought one because I was kind of hesitant, and because it's freaking Marshall's, so you never know if it's been opened or not. But I think because this was so cheap and it's a brand that's not very well known, it's like no one was touching it. This is, did I say the brand? This is the Cream shop. I believe Ulta also carries them, but I haven't seen this liner there, so I would recommend this. It's so easy to apply lashes with when you have this, and I don't have to buy a lash glue, which I am very bad at using. So this product was definitely a great gamble. And then this is the last product I picked up. This is the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder. I thought there's more, but it was in another language. This is in the shade Soft Revenge. I have never opened it. It's still in the original packaging, so I'm gonna open it right now. Ooh, this is pretty. Look at it. It's so pretty. I just kind of wish it came with a mirror, but you know, no mirror makes it easier to recycle. So, and I can hold it up like this without flashing you guys. Ooh, I would swatch it, but I don't want to ruin it, so hopefully this will show up on my skin better than my other bronzers. I did pick this up because, like I said, a lot of my other bronzers were not showing up on me. The one that is currently working for me is like starting to not work for me, so I am glad I purchased this because soon I won't be able to use bronzer, which is probably going to be a good thing. I don't love the way bronzer looks on me, probably because I don't know how to put it on, but now I have this one. So hopefully this works out well, because the reviews for this specific bronzer were really good. And the swatches look like they would show up on me. It's my first ever Nabla product as well, so I'm very excited to try it out. It was on sale, so I think instead of being like $20-something, it was only $16.40, and then I still had gift card credit, so for me it was free, but it is not free from my beauty bank, so I'm going to count it against my beauty bank. And so this month I purchased I purchased 4 things, 2 mascaras, an eyeliner, and a bronzer, but I did get back 2 credits from my shitty eyeliners that I ended up having to like get refunds on. I don't really have much thoughts this month. I'm like, it's more like less thoughts on makeup and more thoughts on like my health, I'm like more thinking about that and like getting stressed out about that rather than makeup. If you have a distraction, you don't think about makeup. So when I was in college and I was on my first ever no-buy and very successful no-buy, I found what distracted me the most was the fact that I was working like how many hours a week? 12 to 16 hours a week, and then I was also going to school at the same time, and I was in my junior year of college, which is my busiest, so I just didn't have time to think about makeup. So I thought that in August also has this thing where it is 10 times points on all purchases. Like it's a diamond / platinum appreciation day. I think I'm platinum because diamond is the highest tier, right? Either way, I'm at like the second tier, you know, the one that you make if you hit $500 spending the previous year or this current year, but I hit it previously. I don't think I've hit it yet this year. No, wait, I have. I thought for that day it is 10 times points on everything, which would mean that like it would be the best day of the year to spend your money on, or like which would mean it would be the best day of the year to buy products that normally aren't on sale. So for example, like NARS, their blushes are never on sale, and I love NARS blushes, but I have too many right now, so I was debating it, but like obviously not anymore. And then like Hourglass as well, and then Olaplex and other stuff. I was just going to pick up everything during that like appreciation day, and then I found out it's only 5 times the points on everything, and then only certain products are 10 times the points. So I was like, oh, never mind. So I'm still going to check it out if they have it this year, but probably only pick up something if it's like 10 times the points and it's something I want. I just remembered something. I did hit pan on an eyeshadow because I was thinking in my head like of what to say next, and I was like, oh, I was thinking next year I would give myself like 2 freebie palettes within like a certain number of shades, and if it exceeded I would have to dip into my eyeshadow beauty bank. So I might as well just talk about it now. So I had this thought as I was putting on my makeup today that like, oh, I was watching is it Little Miss Lipstick or Ashley? I was watching her video right before this because I was like, I forgot what to say for my makeup rehabs or just makeup rehabs in general. And so I was watching her video, and she said she gives herself 12 free palettes per year, and like I just did a big declutter. I do not want to be bringing in like 1 free eyeshadow palette a month, but I was thinking like, you know, maybe on my birthday I could like take it easy, or Christmas I could, you know, give myself an allowance of, here, you can get 1 free palette up to 18 shades, and or like 12 shades, and if the palette you want goes over that, you have to draw from your beauty bank, your eyeshadow beauty bank, because mine is separate, in order to cover for the remaining shades. So if I wanted a 16 pan palette, but you know, my free birthday palette voucher is only 12, then I would have to draw 4 in order to make up for the additional shades in the palette. So yeah, or I guess pans in the palette. But anyways, I was thinking about that, but I'm probably not going to do that because I find that my collection right now is quite satisfactory, and I don't really want to encourage myself to bring in more eyeshadows. So anyways, this is a bit of a Panda's eyeshadow spoiler, but I did hit pan on one of my eyeshadows, and I am a little bit mad because it literally only took me 1 use to hit pan on it, and it is not even the shade that I thought I was going to hit pan on. It is this fucking shade. Like, look. Come on, focus. Yeah. It's this yellow shade from the Huda the Coral Obsessions palette. It was, I think, in the middle. Or no, it was shade number 7 or something like that. I've hit pan on it previously, and then I hit pan on it again. I should have known because it was quite thin, and I had been using it for quite some time. So I get 1 more point in my eyeshadow beauty bank, which would bring me up to 12. So yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next month for August's update. Thanks for watching. Bye.